up and happy mental push-up Monday, baby. We here. If this is your first time joining, my name is Andrea Fitzgerald. I'm an educator and entrepreneur and also a person really obsessed with personal growth and development because I've done a lot of challenging things. I've written a book, I've ran a marathon, I started a business, but the most challenging yet rewarding work that I've ever done has been working with myself, my mindset, changing my patterns, some of those things. But it's also very rewarding. So it's my hope on this channel with you to share some of the different lessons that I have along the journey, and hopefully it can help you too. And I want you to share with me as well. This is just definitely not a one-sided conversation. We're all in this together. So hence the mental push-up, right? We're not getting a physical workout each day, but each Monday we will get a mental push-up, as I say, a mental workout to set us on our week and hopefully set us up towards what it is that we are trying to accomplish in our life. So let's get right into it. The title of today's mental push-up is, it's not chess, it's checkers. Make a move and take action. I know that was a lot, but make a move and take action. I don't know, it just felt cool to say that. I don't know, I sound like a preacher or something. Anyway, so in 2017, I did this Ignite talk at this Achieve the Core conference. And I walked away from that thing and I said, listen, y'all, I want to be a motivational speaker. And for about 2 years, I didn't really take any steps toward it. Now, what I did do, I researched, I read books, I listened to podcasts, but I didn't actually take the steps because I told myself, I said, oh my gosh, I need to know everything. I'm not ready for this. I need to learn and learn and learn, but I wasn't actually doing the thing, right? Like, I didn't think that I was equipped enough to get on the stage to do the thing. I want to be a speaker, right? So in 2019, I joined this group coaching program, and I also had an individual coach. And each week we only had 2 objectives. After we talked, it was like, did you do the thing that we talked about last week? And these are your next steps. That was it. It was all about actions. And from working with that coaching in that program, I launched my business. I wrote my book. I did all these things because I had that accountability, and I was just taking steps. It wasn't perfect. I messed it up. I did all kinds of things, but I was making a move towards it, and that led me to better results. And so I want to share with you 4 tips to help you do that, because sometimes what can happen, you may have something for yourself. You're saying right now, you're like, oh my gosh, I want to do this thing. Oh my gosh, I've been wanting to do it for so long. But we get in our head and we convince ourselves that, oh, it has to be perfect. It has to look this way. And those things actually are just not true. Just jump out there, take the move. It doesn't always feel comfortable, but you are totally equipped for it. Number 1, let go of the idea that it has to be perfect. A lot of times we can waste precious time because we're in our heads. We're saying it has to be a certain way. Like, think about that. I sat on the idea of being a speaker for 2 years because I had convinced myself that I was not ready. I'd been ready. It was just a matter of getting out there and do it. So I want you to think about for yourself, where are you maybe telling yourself it has to be perfect? So I want to challenge you here. It's progress, not perfection. It's not going to be perfect. Let that go and make that move. Number 2, not a ton, just 1. As you think about that one thing that you want to accomplish and take action on, sometimes it can feel overwhelming to think about the whole idea of doing the thing. Like, oh my gosh, can I really see myself on a stage in front of these people, or whatever that thing is for you? Like, when I first started, I would look at Eric Thomas, Les Brown, some of the people who are the best to do it, and I would say, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can do that. But what I did learn is that the one thing that I needed to do, and I've learned this probably like 7 months ago, I've been very consistent with this, is people need to know who I am. You know, I remember Nicole Walters in her coaching group, she used to say, I'm the best thing you never heard about, right? So it wasn't that maybe people don't want to pay me money. I didn't want to pay me money. They just didn't know who I was. So I said, the one thing that I'm going to commit to it, I said, I'm going to email a certain amount of people every single week. I'm going to follow up and follow up and follow up and follow up so that they know who I am. That's my one thing that I'm consistent on. If I don't do anything in my business, I'm going to hunt and I'm going to find business. That's what I'm going to commit to. So figure out what that thing is for you. Maybe it's not the whole thing, but what is that one? But 3, Whether it's the right or the wrong move, going back to number one around perfection, you are going to learn something. Y'all see these t-shirts? And see, I got this on for a reason, right? I got this on for a reason because it's not perfect. Like this is one of the first ones that I ordered from the company I've been working with. But Lord knows my dope black and athletic t-shirts, we've been through all kind of things. Like when I first started, I said, I'm gonna start this t-shirt brand, right? And so I realized, I said, I cannot do print on demand. I can't do that because the logistics thing is not my thing. Like I know that. And then I said, okay, well, I'm just gonna order a bulk order too many. Now I think I have one item left, so I've sold most of it now. But then I was like, okay, like I said, I don't like logistics. So I'm going to have to find something that's automated. So I figured that out. Then I got the designs. I didn't like that. So I was like, I figured out that it had to be a certain size. So all these different things, but I went through a process. If I wouldn't have made a move, I wouldn't have learned all that. And so you're going to learn what works and what doesn't. You're going to learn what you like and what you don't like. Since I've dived in, I've realized, I said, I'll do consulting. I'll do a little bit of that. But my jam is speaking. I love presenting. That's why I love my job now. I love that I get to facilitate professional learning. That's my jam. That's my sweet spot. I know that. So, but if I wouldn't have taken action, I wouldn't have known that. Number 4, when you take action, you become more confident. And when I first wrote my book, I had so much self-doubt, y'all. I said, oh my gosh, they don't have all the educational jargon that I'm supposed to have. No one's going to buy my book. Why would they buy my book? Right? And so because of that narrative, I didn't take any action on it. I just, I wrote it. I said that people buy it, but I wasn't like maximizing this resource, right? And so recently, I've started facilitating sessions around talking about the reset, how to reset your class after a break. And I've probably given that session about 3 times. And I'm going to give it in 2 weeks. I'm going to get the same session in 2 weeks. So if you got a new teacher, holler at me. Reset. How am I to reset the class? So, but I feel very confident about this product. And it was a teacher that told me in that session, he said, I was getting in my car and I was going home and I was going to apply for some jobs until I heard you talk. That was it. I was going to get some other jobs, he said, but now I'm in there. But it was just confirmation. Now I started to know this because I kept doing the thing. I started to believe. I was like, okay, all right, that's confirming what I already know to myself. So I feel very confident about the one I'm going to do in 2 weeks because I've done it a few times. And so when I'm talking to schools or when I'm reaching out, I'm like, yes, I know this is a good product. I know this is going to help you keep your teachers. I know this is going to provide them with practical things they can do, but I wouldn't have known that if I wouldn't taken action on it. And so by you making the move, you're going to start to know and believe that you are totally equipped for this. Number 5, this is just an added bonus. I'm going to throw this in. Now, when you don't take action, you're being selfish. And you may say, Fitz, how am I being selfish? This is affecting nobody but me. But it is, though, because each one of us has a divine destiny, a calling, something that we were sent here to do, every single one of us. And when we are living in our gift, that inspires another person to live more in their gift. I said in a meeting a few weeks ago, I said it's like little wildfires. When we are living in our gift, we light somebody else up. Now they are more motivated to live in their gift, and they're going to impact another person. So it's like exponential growth out here in these streets. So whatever that thing is, it may feel scary for you, but your gift is going to help somebody else. So yes, it is being selfish. Here's your action step for this week. Number 1, identify what's that big goal. What's that one thing that you like? Oh my gosh, I've been meaning to do this. And identify one small action step that you can take towards that. And when are you going to do it? And then the third thing I want you to do, just share that in the comments. Now, the other thing I want y'all to do, share, subscribe, like, all of that. If this added some value and you think you know someone who this would help out, please share with them. And get out there this week. Do those mental push-ups. Be bold, be brave, and most importantly, friends, be you. And I'm out.